I just left my closing attorney's office. The next fix and flip project is officially underway. We just closed on a property in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Got my keys. We're on our way to the property right now. Take a look, assess the timeline, assess the budget, the changes we want to make. Let's take a look. Let me know your guys' thoughts at the end. Here we are at our next fix and flip project here in Haverhill, Massachusetts. For those of you who don't know, Haverhill, Massachusetts is about 35 minutes north of Boston. So here we have the property. I'm gonna end up calling this property the Hill House. One of the reasons why is because if you look, our driveway is actually on a pretty steep hill. So most of this land, I have a plot plan, but most of this land is part of this property. So there's a shed here. So the previous owner had, collected a bunch of things. So he has a shed here. He also has a shed to the right of the house as well. Most of what we're gonna be doing on the outside is mainly just gonna be cleanup. We're not gonna be doing too much landscaping or construction. Cleanup, any areas that absolutely need some landscaping to make it look pretty, sure, we'll do that. But the outside for the most part already does look good. Let's take a look down here. We actually have a pretty nice porch. Yeah, our next family that owns this property is gonna be pretty happy with this porch. Perfect to put, some furniture out here, barbecue. Looking over the porch, we got a pretty nice yard. He had some type of garden here. I don't know if we're keeping that garden, to be honest. Probably just gonna get rid of it. So that way we have a nice flat yard that you can see it's already fenced in. The property does go beyond that fence, but I think he just wanted to have this area fenced in. We'll put new screens here. This is an easy fix. Any rotted wood, we'll repair that to make sure everything looks nice and pristine. Let's take a look on the inside. All right, as soon as we walk in here, this pretty much is a storage area with more storage here. So this house has outside storage, plenty of inside storage as well. Coming in, as soon as you get in through the front door, what the plans that I have for here is to maybe add coat rack. So as soon as you walk in, maybe take your boots off there, hang your coat inside, and then coming in through here, you're walking straight into the kitchen. First sights that I'm noticing, I actually don't hate the layout of the kitchen. I like the layout. We're gonna do brand new cabinets, brand new countertops, all new appliances. The one thing though that I do wanna change is this sink. I'm probably gonna end up moving it in front of the other window here. Reason why, just think about, flow of the kitchen when you're cooking, right? Going from the sink to the stove to the sink. We already have our dishwasher, so we're gonna be doing all new stainless steel appliances. The island, we're more than likely gonna keep it like this. This is a good size island. If you remember from our Lowell project, where it had an island that I hated, I don't hate this island, so we're probably gonna keep it just like this. Nice overhang here for some stools to have some bar seats. Directly, now I'm normally not the biggest fan of bathrooms directly into kitchens, but do what you gotta do, right? Bathroom number one, we're gonna be getting rid of this farm door. I don't like farm doors that go into bathrooms. They don't feel very private. So I'm probably gonna be getting rid of this farm door. Or if there's enough of a space for a swing in, then we'll do a door here. Otherwise, we'll have it swing out. We have a stand-up shower. So we're gonna be doing all new tile. We'll tile the shower as well. New toilet, new vanity. So pretty straightforward, similar to what we did in previous projects. So this is gonna be tile. More than likely, unless I end up changing my mind, the flooring in this kitchen we're gonna match it with the hardwood in that dining room. Let's take a look over here in this dining room. Yeah, one of the things I'm noticing as soon as I walk into this dining room is we have a decent hardwood floor that we can refinish. For the most part, ceiling looks like it's in good shape. I can easily change the ceiling fan. Things like this mantle, we can get rid of. You can tell with the older houses, they have a lot of built-in shelves and things like this. I'll have to see if I can get my carpenter to kind of fix that so they're not so rigid. So otherwise we might just do something else with this space. I would like to keep the built-in here. That's gonna depend on, how much time we want to spend doing, woodwork there. Bedroom number one, I wasn't prepared with the lights. We have decent sized bedroom and a closet here. To refinish the hardwood floors in this bedroom, paint the walls. And other than that, we're gonna get rid of the shelves on this wall here. This is too many shelves for one wall. Get rid of these shelves, paint the walls, refinish the floors, call it a day. Maybe add a new rack for the closet. Going directly from the dining room into what was going to be the living room, there's really not much to do in this room. I'm actually pretty happy about this room. You notice it has nice wood shiplap ceiling that actually adds a good amount of character. I thought about changing this floor to match the hardwood. However, I don't think it's necessary. So what we're gonna end up doing, if you wanna take a look, whoever installed this flooring, they left gaps. So what we're just gonna end up doing is just cover that gap. We'll do some quarter rounds all the way around so it's nice and seamless. And then from this living room, you have access to the porch that we were just outside in as well. And one of the things that I didn't notice until after I closed on this property today is we have pellet wood burner here. I haven't decided if I want to keep this or not. I don't know what to do with this, to be honest. I'm gonna get some advice from other people who probably know better than I do. Going upstairs now to the 3 bedrooms upstairs, and then after that, we'll go check out the basements. The way upstairs, so this is actually the door to the basement. We'll check that out afterwards, but directly upstairs is gonna be these stairs that lead into the kitchen. Again, not ideal, but these older houses sometimes have funky layouts. Upstairs, you have 3 bedrooms. You have 1, 2, 3, and a full bathroom. If you want to take a look in bedroom number 1, refinish the floors. You can see the walls and the ceiling, they kind of look like crap. So we're gonna be redoing that. New drywall, get rid of this textured ceiling, and it'll be a nice, you know, small but decent sized bedroom. With bedroom number 2, all we really need to do is refinish the floors, get rid of the textured ceiling, patch any holes in the walls, and paint that room. The good thing about these bedrooms that I'm noticing as well is they have ceiling lights. If you're anything like me, I hate when bedrooms don't have ceiling lights. And now the master bedroom. This master bedroom, again, hardwood floors we're going to refinish. This bedroom actually has 2 closets. And these closets are very deceiving because they go pretty far in. So if that one starts there, it goes pretty far in. So you do have a good amount of space in these closets. If you can see with the camera through the darkness. But I mean, you can see this closet goes all the way inside there. All right, the main wild card that we have going on with this project is actually one of the best looking rooms in the house is this bathroom. So this bathroom was actually refinished by the previous owner. However, as you can see, like, you know, most of the windows in the house look good as well. That's another side note. He completely redid this bathroom. You can see he stopped using this bathroom because there's a leak somewhere he was not able to identify. He doesn't know if the leak is somewhere in the wall or if the leak goes all the way down to the basement. So I bought this knowing and understanding that although I don't want to, I may end up having to destroy this bathroom to figure out and resolve the issue with the leak. We have a plumber coming tomorrow to kind of help us assess, give us some price and budgets for what the work is going to be. We have another closet, I guess, storage space, but it's in a very tucked away area that is not the easiest to get to. So maybe we can use that as a potential linen closet. That's the plan, at least. And then right above your head is going to be the access to the attic. Maybe dress up the door a little bit, put a better door so that way. Let's take a look at the basement. We literally just closed on this property this morning. So everything that you see here is everything that the seller left in the house. He actually did get rid of a bunch of junk, but you know, he was moving down to a different state. So he just took what he can take, whether it's stuff that we're just going to trash or stuff that we're going to keep or use on other projects. That'll be up to the discretion later on. Our basement has a little bit of a dungeon vibe when you first walk down, but once you get on this side, aside from how, you know, messy and cluttered it is, it actually brightens up. We have 2 electric panels. We have one in the far end and then another one on that other side of the wall. Our water heater, I mean, it's dusty, but it actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. We won't need to replace that water heater. We have our furnace here. We'll maybe change the filter on the furnace. A lot of these extra shelves, all this extra clutter, we're probably just gonna empty this out as much as possible. So that way, when we go to sell this property on the back end, we really just want this to look like a nice, clean, open basement. I mean, but some of the things that were left here, we got a washer dryer, and then there's also access to the yard from the basement. I'm gonna replace this door, and then here's that garden that we were talking about when we were standing. We're right directly underneath the porch right now. We're gonna go back in the kitchen just to kind of go over the numbers, the timeline, our budget, and what we have going on for this project. So let's go take a look. I found this property from a wholesaler in my network. We bought this property for $290,000. It may end up being $300,000 depending on what the price is on the back end. The plan is we're probably thinking somewhere between $80,000 to $100,000 worth of renovation. It's a little bit more extensive than our Lowell project just because of some extra drywall work that we need to do as well. Probably going to be about 60 to 70 days as far as the timeline is concerned. So if all goes well, we should have this back on the market come first week of July or July 15th. That's the goal, is to have this thing back on the market. All right, I want to hear what you guys think. What do you think about the property? What do you think about the layout, the plans that we have? Do you agree with our timeline? Do you agree with the budget? What are some things that maybe you would do to this project that I may not have thought about? Okay, I want to hear from you guys in the comments.